Okay, do you guys have any questions on the previous topic, guys? Anything want me to repeat? Okay, so last class we were discussing about how to download the images, and once you download the images, how to check the images. That is a Docker images command for checking the images. Downloading the images will use Docker pull command space image name, then Docker RMI command for removing the images. This many things we discussed in the last class. So today we're gonna discuss about like once you download the images, like using those images, how to create the containers. I'm gonna show that. Hope the font size is okay for you guys. The you guys can able to read the fonts, right? I mean the data.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Docker space ps is the command which we'll use to list out the containers. What is container? Container is a kind of server. Container is a virtual server. Okay, where we can log into the container. I mean, we can log into the server as well. So Docker ps command will use to list out the containers, but no containers are there. Then ps minus a also can be used. This will going to Docker ps command only show the running containers only. Docker ps minus a command will going to show us running plus stopped. Both will going to show. That's the reason we're using Docker ps minus a command also. Then Docker run command to create the to run the container. Run the container nothing but creating the container. Okay, let me create the container. Docker space run run minus it. So here we need to think about that. Here generally people will use hyphen dit. What is the meaning of dit? Nothing but D stands for detached. 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 T nothing. I nothing but interactive. T nothing but TTY. Pseudo terminal. Okay, nothing but if I use dit, then I won't get the terminal to login. That's the reason I'm using only IT. IT nothing but I can interact with the server and I can get a terminal also so that I can log in and I can do my work. Okay, so that's the IT I'm using. Then hyphen name name of the container. What is the name of the container you're going to create now? I'm going to create the container with Ubuntu hyphen DevOps 6 p.m. This is my container name. Space. For creating this container, we require an image, right? That image name, I'm going to choose Ubuntu. I'm going to choose Ubuntu. If I'm not specifying any value right here, then it will take it as a latest. If I want to take 225.04 means I can put shift semicolon. I can put the tag here. Then this particular version will be taken care. Okay. Now if I hit this enter, this will going to create the container also, and also it will allow me to log into the container also. Gonna show that how it will gonna work. Able to see the screen after I run this command, right? So I can log in inside the container now. I'm inside the container now. How to validate that? Look at the previous command before running the command and look at after that what got changed after I logged in. See, root at the rate of some number is reflecting. That means I'm inside the container now. In this container, what are the things we can do? Many things we can do, but this is a very small thin system. We can treat that this does not contain any extra information, but we cannot do big task. We can do simple application deployment kind of task we can able to do. I'm going to create some folder and create some files also. I did cd space enter. It will come to the home directory. If I use pwd command, it will gonna show that which folder I'm in, and I'm gonna create one folder mkdir test. Nothing is there here. I can create some files. If I do ls, the files are created. I can add some data. Echo. I can create users also. I can verify the created users. Okay, like this many things I can do. But now the one condition will be how I can come out of the container. Now I'm inside the container, right? How I can come out of the container. So we can type exit command or maybe logout command. Anything can be used to come out. But if you type exit or logout command to come out, then it's a serious problem. What is the problem? Nothing but now I am came out of the container. If I do docker ps, right, it's not running. But if I do ps minus a, it is there. That means this is when to stop state. How to get to know? Can you guys see this exit here? Exited will be there. That means the server will be exited. When 20 seconds ago. What's happened in 20 seconds ago? I run the exit command, right? That's the reason it was came out. Clear? Any questions now?
What is the purpose of using the -IT while creating
I
container?
for example, if you look at my previous command, so after I run with IT, right? You got the prompt like this, correct? That means it will allow you to log into the container. That is the meaning of I. T nothing but TTY, nothing but you can type the commands here, right? That is a TTY. Pseudo terminal we call it. It's TTY nothing but. That means IT command will allow you to log in inside the container and you can able to type the commands. That's the purpose of IT command. If you use DIT command, what it will going to do means it will going to create the container, but it won't allow you to log into the container.
Okay.
But when we can log in, first time you cannot log in. While creating, you cannot log in. After you created that, right? Thereafter you can log in. But this one, while creating
Okay.
itself, it will
Suppose
going to log in.
if you, okay, if we want to log in this now, we can use DIT.
No, different command now. While creating only, we'll use DIT.
Okay.
While we creating the container, right? First time, that moment only we need to use DIT or IT. But next time you want to log in means we'll use attach command. That's a different command.
Okay.
Then now the container is stop state, right? We can start the container. Docker space start the container. So docker space start space container name. If we give, then it will be started. How to verify? We can do ps again and we can verify. See, with ps itself running straight now. Up 3 seconds are reflecting. That means this was running fine. Clear? Next, how to stop that? Docker stop, then container name if we give, container will be stopped. Okay, that's about the container part. Next, system commands. Docker stats command will use to check the statistics of the container memory usage. Okay, so like this, Docker you able to see after run the command what are the containers are running, right? Those container ID will reflect uh, container ID, name, CPU usage, memory percentage of usage, net IO, then block IO, PIDs will be reflecting. How to come out of? We can press Control C so that we can come out of the statistics command. Docker system df command. Disk usage of the Docker. Able to see Docker system df command when I run, it will be showing images, 4 images. Out of that, only one active image. Nothing but even though if you have 4 images, using one image only you created the container. That's the reason active only one is reflecting. Then size 880 MB, 880.2 MB is there. Overall, 4 images including. Then reclaimable nothing but 798 MB is there. Reclaimable nothing but if we delete these images, right, you will get it will get back this particular storage. How much that 798 MB, that means 90% of the storage can be retrieved. But where it went out, remaining is occupied by the container. Other basic information about the image. That's the reason images count and containers count. You can see that containers, one container only there. That's only one active. Then total size of the container will be 5.2 KB only. Then reclaimable. If you delete that, you will get that. But you are not deleting means nothing will be claimed. That's a df command. Then what is system clone command? Remove the unused data. That means it will going to clean up the data. What if a variable
So
want to
in here, the images active one and the containers active one both are same.
images active one nothing but you created one container, correct? Our container name is Ubuntu.
Yeah.
This is our name of the container, correct? For
Yeah.
creating this container, you used some image, right? What was this image? For
The
creating this
2.5.
container, we use one image, that is Ubuntu image only, correct?
Yeah.
So total 4 images are there. Out of that 4 images, only one image only active. Active nothing but using that image only we create the container. That's the reason active one is reflecting.
Okay.
Sir, same image can be added to multiple containers, sir.
Same image can be added to multiple containers. Exactly. Using one image, we can create unlimited number of containers.
Like 22.5 version can be added to another container also.
Exactly. 22.5 version we can able to use to create another container also. Like this, multiple containers we can create. One image, multiple containers. I'll give
Can we
example.
attach or detach the image and we can attach other images?
No, that's not possible.
Okay.
I'll give some hint. You might be having a pen drive. The pen drive having Windows 11 operating system. Okay. So assume that my laptop having Windows 8. I want to upgrade that to Windows 11. Then I can ask your pen drive to put that pen drive to my laptop, and I can borrow your operating system and I can install, right?
Yeah.
Similar as like me, like whomever you are giving this pen drive to copy the data, everybody can able to install, correct? But here if you think
Correct.
Windows 11 is Windows 11 only, that's there in the pen drive, but everybody is trying to install that.
Mm.
The installation you can treat them as a containers. Using
Okay.
one image in the pen drive, everybody is using. The user things are called as a containers, you can treat them.
Okay.
Okay, that's the system related commands. Let's move on to the images part next. Any other questions? Sorry.
No questions.
Okay. Docker image is a file that comprises of multiple layers that is used to execute code in a Docker container. So Docker image is a file that comprises of multiple layers that is used to execute the code in a Docker container. With the Docker, when the user runs the Docker image, it creates one or more instances of the Docker containers. That means when you run the image, Docker image, then it will going to create the container. That container we can able to use for making applications to be live. But using one image, how many containers we can create? Many multiple containers can be created. A Docker images will consist of all the elements needed to run the application. That means the Docker image will be going to build, right, or create, right. That will having everything to create the server. That's the container. Docker images are immutable, meaning will be they cannot be modified or duplicated, but they should be but can be duplicated, shared, and deleted. That means the if we create the image, or if we create the container, if we create the image, right, image cannot be modifiable, but container can be modifiable. Inside the container we can make the changes. Assume that this is a sequence. There could be a base image from the scratch you're building. Then we can do the modifications. Yeah, like mupdate, minstall commands, like this the commands we can able to run it here. Then we can copy the instructions. Then we can start the service. This many things we can able to do it on the image. But this is read only copy. Using this image, we are going to create the container. The container layer is there in the top. The container layer is the read and write. So container is read and write, and this below components are read only. Then we have some sort of the commands are there. We need to execute the commands, but before that we need to write a Docker file. We need to write a Docker file because Docker follows custom scripting, or custom language to fetch the details. Okay. If any questions are there, let me know, guys. If not, then we'll proceed for writing the Docker file. Always remember, Docker file name must and should be Docker file only. No extension, nothing. We need to keep the name as it is only. Let me create the file vi Docker file. This is a sequence vi space Docker file. Enter. Here I for insert. So here we need to start writing the code. I'll show how to write the basic Docker file, and using that Docker file how to build the image, and using that image how to create the container. The step-by-step process I'll tell you now. Okay. But remember, guys, the image what I'm going to create right here, that is the custom image. Nothing but for my company purpose itself, or maybe for my project itself, I'm building the my own image. Okay, that is called as a custom Docker images. Got it? So we are building our own images. We are writing our own code. In that code, we will be creating our own Docker servers. Otherwise, once the images are built, right, using those images, we'll be creating our own containers. Okay, that's the reason. Whenever you are writing a Docker file, right, whenever you want to create a Docker image, right, you make sure that what are the essential things required, because based upon that only will be getting the things. So let me add the things. So the first keyword, always remember, Docker file always contains commands, commands plus arguments. Commands plus arguments. Okay. Commands means like a hash we can put, and we can put some message right in the Linux same way. But commands are the very essential commands which we'll use for this particular Docker file. Okay. Let me write. First keyword is arg. Left keywords always should be capital letters only. Arg. So what image will be used to create the container? Already I used Ubuntu, right? So this time I'm gonna use Debian. Or maybe CentOS also can be used. CentOS. This moment I'm using CentOS, but not here. We need to specify arg version is equal to, let me find out the version first, up.docker.com. If you're unsure about the version, you can search it. There won't be a problem. CentOS latest is the latest. I'll go with LATES, latest. Enter. Next, from. So you want, if at all you want to build the image, right? We require a base image, right? Base image we took above, that is recolored from the from only. From CentOS colon, above already declared the version, so I'll call it as a dollar version. Dollar version replaced with this value. Enter. Next, who created this particular one? I can give the title as a maintainer who are creating the Docker file. You can put your name or you can put your email address. Then what is the purpose of creating this particular Docker file? We can give the label. Next, also we can mention version also. Version is equal to v1.0. Like this we can mention. Label also done. From arg from label maintainer. This many other things are done. Next we'll use run command. Run command is like creating or executing the commands right away in the server. Like any commands can execute it. Similar way, run command can be used. Run -y, run m install -y, git git, run m install -y python 3. Like this, anything can be configured. Run mkdir CentOS container. Run toch touch container slash abc.txt. Okay, like this. Other than this, I'll gonna put up work dir slash root. Work dir means pwd, working directory, slash root I'm putting up. Then that's fine. Last one cmd. Okay, like this we can able to write the code. Not sure whether this works or not. We need to test that before proceeding that. Okay, you guys can keep this. If not working, we'll modify. Now, how to test this? We can save the file first. Then you guys can see the first command in the Docker image. Docker image space build. This command can be used to build the Docker image using the Docker file. Any questions, guys? In the intro, they'll ask this kind of questions only. I mean, write the Docker file for a particular image, include some of the components like this, they'll tell. Okay, you need to write and you need to show them. Okay, I'm building the image right now. Docker img image space buld build space minus t nothing but tag. I'm giving the new name for the image I'm gonna create right now. Okay, so I'll give my image name as CentOS hyphen DevOps 6 p.m. but custom space dot nothing but current folder. Like where is the Docker file? In the current folder only I created the Docker file. So that's the reason I given dot at the last. That means please read the Docker file from this path and do the necessary things. Okay, let me execute this command.
That is CentOS DevOps 6 p.m. is the tag name.
Correct. Update minus y command not there. List CentOS. Okay, let me edit that line. Update I'll remove. Let's see. Install also not there. That means there's a problem with the CentOS itself. Then I'll go with, instead of CentOS, I'll replace this with Fedora. Okay, my image is created. How to verify? Docker images. Able to see the image? The first one. This is the image which I'm created right now. Latest is the tag. This is the image ID. When did you create it? 12 seconds ago. Size 364 MB will be there. Got it, guys? So let me give the code. But I already created the image, right? I can't do anything. What I'll do means I'll remove my image and I'll recreate the image because I modified something on the Docker file, right? That's the reason. So I can give this name to remove my image. Removed. If you do Docker images, that image is not there. You can see in the list, image is not there. So then we can run this command again, build a command. Then it should pick up the things and it will going to create the new one. Look at it's executing. Okay, it's created. Let me run the Docker images. And you guys can see my image is created. Now, that's the first command. Any questions, guys, on the first command for building the image?
So, sir, why didn't you work with CentOS? CentOS version you chosen something different, I think.
No, sir. What happened now, sir? Here you can see there's a deprecated is there.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Could be, it might be 6 version. 6.
Correct. Docker is not supporting CentOS nowadays. That's the reason I went with Fedora. Fedora is supporting. Fedora should not be deprecated. You can see. Fedora official Docker built for Fedora. None of the place it's reflecting deprecated. Correct.
Got it, got it.
Then move on to the next command, second command, Docker image history command. So shows the history of an image. Nothing but Docker image history, image name if you give means in that image what are the things are created, you can able to see that. Docker image history space image name. You can see, but always remember guys, here wherever 2 months ago created is there, right? This is the things which is done by who created the Docker image called Fedora, right? Who created the Fedora image? Those guys only did these commands. But what we did today, about that 1 minute ago is there, right? Those are all the things we only created. We only did that. Clear? You can see here about a minute ago is there. These all the commands we only executed. You can see these are commands are here. What are things you did? But this below things are when the bugs created that time only they created this. Next, that's a Docker image history command. Docker image save command. Nothing but save one or more images to a tar archive or a stream to be std out by default. Docker image save, then image name minus o, then tar file name. Like this, if you give that, then it will going to create the backup. Okay, let me show that. Can you guys see nothing is there as of now? Okay, so then I'll use this option to create the backup file. Docker image save, Docker image save, then name of the image, Docker image save, name of the image. So I forgot to copy the name. Let me copy. Docker image save, image name minus o, nothing but output o, then same name dot tar dot gz. Like this, you can see here save test on minus a, then the file name. If you enter this, it will be creating the backup. It will be creating the backup. It will be a little bit storage will be there. It will be taking some time. Okay, created. How to verify? Do ls. See, the file is created with the tar file. That's the use of the third command. Then Docker image inspect displays the detailed information on one or more images. Docker image load, then Docker image inspect, then image name. Like this, more information reflect inside the Docker image. What is there? It is going to show that that is a Docker image inspect, then image name, then Docker image load command. So what I'm going to do now, I'll delete the Docker image whatever I have. I have a specializer command Docker RMI dollar Docker RMI dollar Docker images minus AQ, enter. This will be going to remove the images, all the images. Now Docker images, if I do, only one image is there, other than that nothing is there. Now what I'll do is, using this particular image, I'm going to create the backup of my image. Okay, using this image, I'm going to create the backup of my image. Okay, that's the image load command. This one, Docker load image, load an average image from a give as a standard input. LOID load -i, then you can give this path. Then it's loaded. You can do Docker images now. You can see the image. Yeah, you can see the image is there. 7 minutes ago created, but deleted, but you created that. Okay, understood, guys? Any questions?
Think about this, these couple of commands, Docker image and above one is Docker image load.
Image
I-
load -i. This is for loading the file, sir, for creating an image from the tar file. This tar file is a backup file, right? Earlier you took.
But you removed, no, sir, you deleted, no?
Image I deleted, but the file is there at backup file.
Okay.
Using backup file, I'm creating the container again, creating the image. See, it's created.
Okay.
Maybe you can treat the scenario like this. You created the image.
Your voice
Okay.
is breaking. Sorry, sir, your voice is breaking.
You created the image. So
Mhm.
now I'm requesting your image. Please share me that image with me. I'm requesting you. So how do you share the image with me? File means you can share, but image, how do you share? One person to another person, one server to another server, one place to another place. That place only this image, this file will come into picture. Image cannot share, okay, but file can be shared, right? So what we are doing, we are converting that image into a file. That's a tar file. Then I'll share the file with you. After you receive the file, you run this command, docker image load command -i command is there. You can run this command. You'll get the image back, right?
Yeah.
Go to the next. Docker image ls command. Docker images, docker image ls command. Both are same only. So I did Docker images. Now I did Docker image ls. Both are same only. What both are talking about? Both are creating a images. I mean, list of the images. Next. So some background noise is getting up. Sir, can you mute yourself?
Your voice is breaking, sir, again.
No, no. Can you mute yourself because some noise are getting from you? Okay. Docker image prune command. This command will use to remove the unused images. Unused images nothing but in the technical word of the Docker, we have a word called dangling images. Dangling images nothing but there is an image, but there is no name for the image. There is an image, but there is no name for the image. That images we call it as a dangling images. That images we call it as a dangling images. That image you can remove using prune command. Let me Docker image prune prune. Wrong command wrong. Image. Why? See, it didn't reclaim any space because I don't have any dangling images. Then Docker image pull command. We'll use the Docker image pull command to pull the images. Okay, like this you can able to pull down the images. Then Docker image push command I want to show, but before that, Docker image rm command I'm gonna show, and import command also I'm gonna show. Last at the last will pick up push and tag command. Push and tag command will pick up last. Docker images. Okay. Now I want to delete any one of the image. Then Docker image rm or Docker rmi, both are same only. Docker image rm or Docker rmi. Then image name. I want to delete this MySQL. Then it will be removed. Sorry, not rm. Remove. Oh, sorry. 8.0 tag is missing. Deleted. Similar way, what is import command? Import command nothing but using the tar file we can able to create a new image. Using this tar file we can create a new image. So Docker image import image name. This will going to download the image. I mean this will going to create the new image. If I do Docker images now, able to see image is created, but there is no name for the image. Can you guys see that? There is no name for the image. This one we will call it as a dangling image. The image does not have a name. That is a dangling image. How to remove dangling image? Docker image prune command if you run, this will going to remove the dangling image. See, now it should show 437.3 MB is reclaimed. This was removed. But why it's created dangling image? Because in the import command you given the file name, but you forget to give the image name. That's the reason. I can give image name imported image. Imported -image. Now it is going to create the image with imported image name. Created. You can verify with the Docker images. See, image and imported image. 6 seconds ago. It's a kind of a new image only. It's a big kind of a new image only.
So what is that imported iPhone image? You give a name, is it?
Name. This is the imported image is the name. So we're importing the image from where? This tar file. Then what is the name of the image? The future image has to be created, right? For that I give this name. You can give any name.
You can give any name, is it? Any name.
Right.
Any name you can give, correct?
Yes. Okay.
Fine, sir.
Next we left out with the two commands, the push command, tag command. So what I'm going to do means in the Docker Hub, I need to create a repository. I want to create a repository. In the Docker Hub, I want to create a repository. Create repository. Remember guys, there are two types of repositories are there. One is public repository, another one is private repository. So we are under the free tier, right? I mean, we're using Docker Hub freely, right? So for that purpose, one private repository, unlimited public repository can be created. Remember, one private repository, unlimited public repositories can be created. Okay, so I'm already created the private repository, so I'm creating the public repository. I'll give the name here. This is my repo name. Description, I'll give the same thing. Then click on create. Now the repository will be created. Tags incomplete is there, right? Category also incomplete is there. Category I'll select API management, content management, data science, any one of the things I can select. Update. Tags incomplete, it's okay. Now look at guys, using this like this we can able to create push my image. Okay, right now the images will be in local. If I push, it will come to here. But before this I want to convert my image names. I want to convert my image names. So let me convert the image names first. Docker image th tag space docker image space tag space old name space new name. So old name is this one space new name. I'll give the image name as something like this, something like this, colon. I can give the image name or tag. So image name I'll give oh it took a file sorry this image. I'll give it like this, enter. Now docker images, if I do this will be changed the name. I mean one more image will be copied with this name. So look at guys, like this name tag will be there. Now this one I can able to push, but how to push? Docker image push. Then always you need to remember guys, when you're pushing the image should be in this format, then only push will happen. If I enter this command, see image is pushing to Docker Hub. We can verify this image. So here very important commands will be those things only. Creating a tag and pushing it.
Can you please repeat one more time what you did exactly before that command?
Yeah. Repo creation is okay. Do you need to repeat the repo creation also?
No.
So simple, remember, forget about the push command. Okay, you only worried about this much. You only worried about this much. Able to see that how much I copied? This much only. Your name, what is this name? This is a username. Your username. This is the repository name. Okay, copy that first. Then go to the terminal. Let me clear up my screen. Docker images. If you do, there are images, but always the image should be username / repo name. In this format only the image name should be there, but our images very short and sweet images are there, correct? So now what I need to do means, so I want to convert that names to with this name. So this simple names are there, right? I want to convert this to in this format, then only I can able to upload the image. If I'm trying to upload this image, right, it won't upload, it will fail. That's a drawback in the Docker. So how to convert that image? I can use the image called Docker tag. Docker image tag command can be used. Image tag space. Then what is the old name? Imported image. Imported -image. Then what is the new name? New name will be username / repo name : At the last you can give any name. I'll give imported image only. Enter. Now this will be name got changed now. If we do Docker images now, name will be reflecting. See, change it, right? This is a changed one. Oh, what is the name I given? Imported image, correct? Okay, correct. This is a year. This is the one. Okay. Now I want to push this. How to push Docker image
that
push?
is created 6 minutes ago, no?
Correct. That means it's not changing. It's a rename. It's not renaming. It will going to it kind of a copying.
Okay.
See, look at imported image also there, and it's copied to this name as well.
Okay, okay.
For the 6 minutes only. Docker image push, then username and repo name, shift semicolon, tag name. If we give this, now image will be pushed. See, it's pushing. Why do we need to push? Nothing but this is the backup, right? Because you keep these images on the Docker Hub means whenever you want, you can able to download and you can able to use straight away. But if you're only retaining in the Docker server means if the server crashes, if something happens to the server means you lose everything, right? That's the reason people used to keep it in the Docker Hub only. Docker Hub or easier repo. Two options are there. Anywhere you can able to keep. Let me refresh now and we'll see any images are pushed or not. Able to see two images are pushed. Names also there. Imported image in Fedora DevOps 6 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. Like this, we need to do the our work. That's about the images part.
Okay, one doubt here. Whatever name we given with that repo name, it will not reflect the entire thing. Only image name will reflect. Huh?
Image name will reflect. Correct. Because as a default, right? It's already there right here. You can see this one. It's already there. Inside the tags are reflecting.
And here, whatever we comment did Docker images, in there also only that name is coming and that image name is coming separately in tag.
Correct,
so it is not renaming.
It's not renaming. It won't rename. There is no concept of renaming in the Docker. It's kind of a copy.
Then little confusion is like what exactly we are doing because we are copying this entire repo name. No,
Correct.
it's
So
that slash.
Instead of while building the image, right? While we're building the image, you give this name only straight away. Which name? Like this format name only can give. Name, repo name straight away can give while building the image itself. Then not required to change the name. You're not required to run the tag command. Tag command can be eliminated. Once you build the image with this format, you can straight away can push that. There's no concept of renaming. Now by renaming, that's the reason you're getting a confusion. If there is no concept called renaming, if there is no concept called Docker image tag, then it don't be any confusion, right?
Yeah.
Before itself, while we're creating a Docker Hub account, right? That moment itself, we can create a repository first. Public or private, any repository, whichever you're comfortable, you can create it. Then post that. So while building the image, right? Docker image build command we use it, right? First command. While building that image itself, you need to give the name of the image, right? So that moment you can give the sequences like this. Username, repo name, colon, tag name you can give. Tag name can be your choice. Anything you can give.
Okay.
Okay, like that. Okay. Any questions now?
No.
If you guys look at this, all the commands we completed now with respect to Docker images. You guys can practice. Let me know if any questions or confusions. Okay. In the next class, what we're trying to do means we have a images is container. Next, we have a containers. We can play in and around about the containers. Okay, I mean to say in tomorrow class.
Okay, that Docker that one inspect command is there. No, that is used. What is the purpose of that?
That will going to show more information about the Docker.
Okay.
Like you have an image, right? In the image, what is the data directory? How much is the storage you're using? What is the disk of that? Then what data will be there inside that? Like that, many things will be reflecting in the inspect command. Like generally, police people used to do the investigation, right? Inspection.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It will be doing inspection about the server, or the image.
Okay.
Cool that guys. If no question, then we'll wind up here. In tomorrow for Docker containers. And so sharp 7:30 will connect for AWS class. Thank you.